जश्न विलादत सैयदा ज़हरा सिद्दीक़ा मरियम फातिमा ज़हरा तमाम अहबाब को मुबारक हो, हमारी बहनों को भी मुबारक हो, और ख़ुसूसन ये हदिया तबरीक अपने वक्त के आका मौला और सैयदा सिद्दीक़ा ज़हरा के फर्जंद खलफ इमाम ज़माना अलैहिस्सलाम की नमाज़ करते हैं।
सल्ले अला मुहम्मद व आले
सैयदा की ज़ात पर आवाज़ बुलंद सलवात पढ़ लीजिए।
अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ले अला मुहम्मद व आले मुहम्मद।
وقال أمري الله إن الله بصير بالعباد. أستغفر الله وأسأل الله التوبة. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله كما هو أهله. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين أبي القاسم محمد.
صل على محمد وآل محمد.
وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما بقية الله في العالمين. ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى يوم الدين. قال لكن في كتاب المجيد وفرقان الحميد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولله العزة وللرسول وللمؤمنين. Respected sisters and brothers, my elders, and my little children, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you long lives, give you tawfiq. So day by day, the love of Fatima Zahra should be inculcated in your hearts. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
What do you like? We should carry on in English, we should do in Urdu first. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Okay, you all, especially the children, please. Hello. So I think this is one of the educational points from the life of Fatima Zahra. Salaam alayha. What was that? Imam Hassan al-Islam, he was 5 years old. So he was going and attending masjid, Jamad, and speeches and sermons of Holy Prophet Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa. When he was coming back at home, Sayyida Fatima Zahra, first of all, she welcomed her son. Secondly, she offered a chair or a pulpit, and usually she was asking Imam Hassan al-Islam to sit over there. And then she was asking, "Oh my son, what have you heard in the mosque from your grandfather, from Rasulullah? Let me know." And in this way, whatever was happening in the masjid, so all knowledge was being transferred to the house of Fatima Zahra. And what was the wasila? Imam Hassan al-Salam. And how old he was? 5 years. Now this son knows, whenever I will go in the mosque, my mom will ask, "My son, what have you heard?" If I will say to my mom, "I was not paying any attention, I did not understand anything, I was bored, I was tired, or I was playing with my friends, or I was playing nowadays with mobile, with games," anything could be said. But what is the responsibility and the duty of a mother or the parents? Because Fatima to Zahra, she is mother all of us. We all need to respect her, love her, listen to her, study her life. So in Salat we have read Surah Al-Qadr. 14 centuries ago, this Quran was revealed. So 14 centuries back, if people and scholars and scientists, they were unable to understand some reality, some facts, some knowledge at that time, so now science has progressed. Now people know a lot of things. But that challenge of Quran that was 14 centuries ago, even today that challenge is there. And what is that? Quran says, Inna anzalnahu fi laylatul qadr. Wa ma adraka ma laylatul qadr. How is it possible you have to know what is the importance of Laylatul Qadr? What is the reality of Laylatul Qadr? So this question was 14 centuries ago, and until today this challenge is for all of us. And nobody is able to know what is the reality of Laylatul Qadr. A glimpse of that has been taught by our 6th Imam and he said, when it was asked, "Oh Imam, what is meaning of Laylatul Qadr?" He said, Laylatul Qadr is my mother Fatima to Zahra. Okay, if somebody knows what is Laylatul Qadr, there are two meanings. One meaning is during Ramadan. So in last 10 nights and all nights, one night is Laylatul Qadr, night of decree or night of dignity. Important night. Educational point that is related with Hazrat Fatima to Zahra. Whenever, during her life, her children, Imam Hassan alayhi salam, he was 5-6 years old. Imam Hussain less than him. Hazrat Zainabiya. So all these children, they were little. But our Fatima to Zahra, she knows what is the importance of Laylatul Qadr. That's why, as a mother, what was her role? Before night, she was telling and asking her children, please, salawat. So before night, because this is related, this is night. And usually children, after sunset they sleep. But what should we do? When Laylatul Qadr is, we have to keep awake whole night. Because that is special night, that is a night of blessings. For whole years, whatever you want to earn, you can earn in that night. You can wish in that night. So as a mother, she had little children, but she was teaching. Practically, she was telling them, please, 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 during the day, go to sleep. So that at night you should not be tired. You should be able to keep awake. And when it was night, so she was calling them and making them sure to sit with her. And all night, the little children, they were keeping awake and they were worshipping with their mother. So this education related with the parents. As a mother, how she was teaching and transferring knowledge and importance of Islam and Tawheed and love of Nabuwwat and Quran in the hearts of her children. Salawat please. So even today, most of us, you can observe, most of us at night, they will not stay in the center, they will not stay in the mosque, they will not keep awake. Because our parents, practically, they have not told us. If we were observing them all night, they are keeping awake, they are worshipping, they are reading Quran. Even we are not doing anything, just keeping awake. This is great blessing. This is great worship. Whole night. But we don't know. Nobody has told us. Practically, our parents, they have not transferred the culture of Laylatul Qadr. It means we do not love Fatima to Zahra. Most of the time we're working at night. Just for 100 pounds, 200 pounds, 300 pounds, not more than this. But at night shift we are working. And we know, okay, we will earn maybe 1,000 pounds one night. Here we believe we will earn, we will make money, and we are awake. Can we say, Na'udzubillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells lie? Can we say, Muhammad wa Muhammad, the Quran is wrong? No. If Allah is promising, if 14 infallibles, Muhammad wa Muhammad alayhi salam, and Quran is promising to you, all the people, just keep awake one night, and you will be rewarded with the worship of more than 80 years. Laylatul Qadr khayrun min alf shahr. 1,000 months are more than 80 years. So our average life is less than this. So nowadays, alhamdulillah, lifespan is getting increased. But every life, it is less than 80 years. One night, whatever you are earning, whatever you are worshipping, you are earning for whole of your life. But we are not understanding. We do not believe in that. What is the reason? As a Muslim, none of us is saying promise of Allah is wrong. None of us is saying Quran is not a true word. We all say yes, it is true. But practically, our behavior is totally opposite. It means who we are. There is hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa especially my little children, young teenagers. Just 3 points keep in mind. It is also related with the life of this great lady as well. 3 signs of hypocrite. This hadith of Rasulullah said, anyone who is munafiq, who is hypocrite, will do 3 things. Whenever he is saying something, he or she lies. So anyone who is liar is munafiq. Surah Mursalat, total verses of that surah is the last chapter of 29 part of Quran, Surah Mursalat. Total verses are 50. One verse has been repeated 10 times. Out of 50, one verse has been repeated 10 times. And what is that verse? فَوَيْلٌ يَوْمَئِذٍ لِلْمُكَذِّبِينَ. At the day of judgment, liars will be perished. हलाक हो जाएंगे झूठे. क़यामत के दिन झूठों के लिए हलाकत. The torture, the torment, punishment will be for those who are liars. It means this message is very important for Allah. That's why Allah has repeated one verse 10 times in one surah. Another surah. There's also that verse is related with Hazrat Fatima to Zahra Salamullah alayha and at the end of that verse, فَنَجْعَلْ لَعْنَةَ اللَّهِ عَلَى الْكَاذِبِينَ. Curse of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is upon those who are liars. Yani Allah ki laana hai jhooton par. The crown of Quran is Surah Rahman. It's according to one saying of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, anyone who is munafiq, this surah will not stay in his mind, in his heart. If he or she will try to memorize, will forget. And Surah Rahman, one verse has been repeated 29 times. And that verse is also reflecting the importance of truth and how worst is lying. That one verse has been repeated 29 times, and what is that saying? فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. तुम अल्लाह की किस किस नेमत के ऊपर झूठ बोलोगे?
नारा तकबीर, नारा रिसालत, नारा हैदरी, हज़रत सैयदा ज़हरा बुलंद सलवात.
झूठ नहीं बोलना. And what is the invitation of Quran? Kunu ma'as sadiqin. Come and stay with truthful people. Who are they? That is this great lady. The name of this great lady, the title of this great lady is Siddiqa. Siddiqatul Kubra. You know, at the day of judgment, the first person who will enter into paradise, that is this great lady. Someone who will do shafaat, intercession. You know those people who will be unable to go into paradise. Hazrat Fatima to Zahra Salamullah alayha will pull us into the paradise. But when she will look at us and we all are liars, what do you expect? Still she will claim, oh Allah, these are my lovers, these are my followers, these are my Shia.
على حب فاطمة الزهراء صلى على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
كونوا مع الصادقين. Let's love truthful leaders, imams, prophets. Honest truth. Muhammad wa Muhammad, they are truthful personalities. I'm not saying wherever you can't speak truth, don't say anything. Keep silent. Because silence in Islam is again worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You will be rewarded when you are silent. We will be punishment due to our tongue, due to our words, due to our lies. Sometimes we are swearing upon some people. Sometimes we are backbiting. Sometimes we are lying. Sometimes we are insulting. Lot of things, lot of sins are involved with our talks. So why not we have to control our tongue, our words? If we can't say good thing, good words, if we can't love the people, if we can't respect the people, at least we should keep silent. In this way, we are not hurting the heart of Fatima to Zahra. Fatima baz'atun minni, man abghadaha faqad abghazani, man adaha faqad adani. Anyone who is insulting or hurting Fatima Zahra is insulting Rasulullah and insulting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Fatima Zahra is never happy when we are lying. You know, the major sin and the worst sin, that is polytheism, that is shirk. Polytheism, when you believe in more than one Allah. But actually they are, mushrik is liar. Reality is Allah is one. And mushrik is saying no, Allah are more than one. This is lying. This is lying. किस वजह झूठ है? Prophet Muhammad is prophet of Allah. They are saying no, he is not. Imam Ali alayhi salam is first Imam and Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam, and they are saying no. So this is lying. So sometimes we are lying in our aqidah and our beliefs. Sometimes practically we are lying among our family members and friends. You know, those people who need most of our love, the best of our behavior, most of the sins we are doing with them. Backbiting. Anyone you don't know, are you going to say something about him? No. You will talk about your friends, your cousins, your relatives, your family members. Allah is saying, they are saying, Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. So one of his cousins, he came and attacked Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. He wanted to kill him. But after some time, Imam alayhi salam sent 50,000 dinar to that person. The slave who he asked to go and give him, and asked, Imam, this is the person who attacked you, he wanted to kill you, you are giving this big money to him. Imam said, I have been commanded to maintain Sila Rahmi. He is my relative, I must maintain this relation. If he is bad, I should not be bad. So the first sign of a hypocrite, that is lying. When they speak, they lie. Second, they are dishonest. You give them amana, they will spoil, they will destroy, they will use, they will mix. Amanat mein khiyanat karta hai. So if someone has given us something to keep, we are not allowed to eat. You know, one of my friends has given me chocolate, please keep it. I am not allowed to eat. Until and unless I should get permission. You know, love of Ahlul-Bayt alayhi salam. This is amana, which was transferred from our parents. And not only from parents. You know, Ahlul-Bayt alayhi salam, they say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created Muhammad alayhi salam from his soil. Wow. The soil that was left behind, the love of Ahlul-Bayt alayhi salam have been created from that remaining soil of Ahlul-Bayt alayhi salam. We are amana. We are not ordinary personalities. We are the remaining soil of Ahlul-Bayt alayhi salam. That soil, we need to know what is the importance of that great soil. And whenever we are committing sins, or hurting our relatives, or doing wrong with the mankind, then this is khiyana. This is dishonesty. And the third, they do promise, they break the promise. Wada khilafi karte. So we need to, so if you can't, if you think you cannot fulfill the promise, then don't do promise. But once we have promised, then we need to fulfill our promise. Otherwise we are hypocrite, we are munafiq. Actual thing, we should not be liar, otherwise we are munafiq. We should not be dishonest, otherwise we are munafiq. We should not break promises. If we cannot speak truth, then no need to say anything. So once a person came to Rasulullah and he said, Ya Rasulullah, I live in a village and I can't do many things, I'm busy. In farms and temples and cattle and other things. So just tell me one thing, I will do that, promise. Prophet asked, promise? He said, yes. Okay, Prophet said, never lie. So from next day, any wrong thing, any sin he wanted to commit, then he was reminding himself that I promised the Prophet, if he will ask, then I can't lie. So you know, the root of all evils, that is lying. So usually, why we lie? The reason is, sometimes we are scared. We khawf. So why we are scared? We are scared because we have done wrong. We have done some crime. So, to keep Allah and Muhammad happy with us, the best thing is, before committing crime or any wrong thing, we should not do that. So that tomorrow we should not lie. And we should be able to tell what is the reality. But sometimes there are some exceptions. So if your truth is going to break the marital life of husband and wife, then Islam says don't say this truth. If truth is going to create a dispute, a conflict among the community, then we need to keep silent. Again, it is not commanded you have to lie. Just keep silent. And again, if you have been called as a witness in the court, that is a different thing. Otherwise, we need to think what we are going to say and what will happen. If my truth is going to create problems, then I should not say it. You know, the life of Hazrat Ali al-Islam. Rasulullah died in 10th, 11th Hijrah. Hazrat Ali al-Islam died in 40. So 30 years. 30 years. You know, people even they were not saying Salaam Alaikum. Ali al-Salam was going out of Medina and was crying next to the well. But many realities, many facts, he did not say openly. The reason was, he was sincere with the people. He was sincere with Quran and Islam. When we are sincere, then we are tolerant, we are patient. And this is one of the titles of Fatima to Zahra. She is Sabira. Inna Allah ma'a sabirin. Inna Allah yuhibbu sabirin. If you are seeking love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then be patient, be tolerant. There's no need to tell a lot of lies. And then you cannot come back. Okay, just zip your mouth. Lot of things will be solved. You know, husband and wife, sisters and brothers, relatives. So many times these are the talks. But as husband and wife, how beautiful is life of Fatima to Zahra and Salamun alayha and Hazrat Ali alayhi salam. You know, after fast day, Hazrat Rasul Akram sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Next day, Rasulullah came and separately he is asking for Hazrat Ali alayhi salam and Hazrat Fatima to Zahra. Hazrat Ali alayhi salam, he asked Hazrat Islam, "O Ali, how did you find Fatima to Zahra?" Ali alayhi salam is saying, "Ni'mal aun." यानी ऐसा मददगार कि जो मेरा मददगार भी है अल्लाह की तरफ से नेमत भी है. How we can become ni'mal aun for each other, blessings for each other, when you know the life of Ali and Fatima to Zahra, that was not a luxury life. You know, their life, according to this word, was a worst type of life. Almost 48 wars and battles. Hazrat Ali, most of the time he was out of Medina. Then, who was taking care of children? Who was doing cooking? Even at that time, water was not inside the house. So somebody should go out and bring the water. But have you read anywhere in any book, whenever Hazrat Ali was coming back from the battle, Fatima to Zahra was out of the house and she was shouting at her husband? Never. She was welcoming and she was trying to heal up his wounds. This was Fatima to Zahra and her braveness and greatness. She was going into all and taking care of her father and husband. Jihad. Ali was doing and washing off that sword. That was the job of Hazrat Fatima to Zahra. And when Hazrat Ali he was in Medina, most of the time he was busy to do work with Fatima to Zahra salamullah alayha at home. So this is tolerance, this is patience, this is greatness of a mankind. So that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Ma adraka ma laylatul qadr. People, you are unable to understand how great is Laylatul Qadr. That night that comes once in every year. But that one night is not only better than whole year, but is better than all nights of 8 years. Likewise, this Fatima to Zahra, she lived 18 years in this world. So she was just one daughter of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But at least, as she was training her children to keep awake, at least that night we should try to realize, at least we should think tonight is night of Laylatul Qadr. We should try to realize. Likewise, we cannot approach the dignity and the ma'rifah of Fatima to Zahra, but at least we should try to understand her. We should try to love her. When you love something, these children, do you love chocolate? Yes? Okay. Then you love chocolate. And never ever in your life you are getting any chocolate. chocolate, are you happy? You love chocolate, you want to have. So if you love Fatima to Zahra salamullah alayha, then try to have. Chocolate is in your pocket, in your hand, going into your mouth, you are feeling the taste. So likewise try to feel the taste of love of Fatima to Zahra. How sweet this taste is. How beautiful this fragrance is. How enlightened this nur of Fatima to Zahra salamullah alayha is. Okay, although we are unable to realize the reality and perfectness and purity and the heart of Fatima to Zahra salamullah alayha, but at least at a minimum level we should try to realize. You know, those who are true followers and lover of Fatima to Zahra salamullah alayha, in this work they felt her love. They changed their life. You know, when you love Fatima to Zahra, it means we should try to be as she wants us. So one day, Hazrat alayhi salam, after the death of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Hazrat Islam came out, and on the way he met Hazrat Salman al-Farsi radiyallahu ta'ala. And Hazrat Islam complained and said, "Oh Salman, like other people, you also left us. Many days you did not come to see us." Hazrat Salman replied, "Ya Ali, actually, after death of Rasulullah, I was very sad. So that's why I was not going anywhere. So sorry, forgive me." Then Hazrat alayhi salam, he said, "Salman, Fatima to Zahra has a gift for you. So please go and get that gift from her." Hazrat Salman Farsi went and locked the door. Hazrat Fiza opened the door. And then called Hazrat Salman into the house. Hazrat Fatima to Zahra welcomed and said salam to Hazrat Salman Farsi. And then he asked him to sit down. Then Hazrat Fatima to Zahra pointed a place in her courtyard and said, "Salman, last night I was worshipping there, and all of a sudden, the door of my house was closed. But from that closed door, I noticed 4 ladies. They came inside. I stood up, went to them, and asked, 'Who you are? From where you come? Are you from Medina?' They said, 'No.' 'Are you from Mecca?' They said, 'No.' Then I asked, 'From where you are?' They said, 'We are not human beings. We are Hud. We came from paradise.' And they came after the death of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We came from paradise. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has appointed us, commanded us to go. And Fatima to Zahra, as she is sad due to her father, so you go and spend some time with her." Then I asked one of them, "What is your name?" She said, "My name is Zahra." And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created me for one companion of Rasulullah, and his name is Abu Zar. Salawat. Hazrat Fatima asked the other one, "What's your name?" She said, "My name is Salman. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created me for companion of your father, Salman al-Farsi." And the third one, when Hazrat Zahra asked, "What's your name?" She said, "My name is Mahdudah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created a companion of Rasulullah, Hazrat Miqdad bin Asad. And the fourth one, Hazrat Zahra asked, what's your name? She said, my name is Ammara. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made me for companion of Rasulullah, Ammar Yasir. And then, Hazrat Zahra gave few dates, which khajure were. Actually, this was the gift Hazrat Ali alayhi salam asked. Some dates Hazrat Zahra gave to Hazrat Salman al-Farsi and said, Salman, today you are fasting, so at night when you will break your fast, so break your fast with these dates. As Brother Zahid today, he brought the dates for you from Medina, Salawat, please. Makkah and Medina, these are holy places. Please, all of you, try to go again and again. 6 of our Masoom, Imam, they are there. The founder and the helper and Muhsinin Islam, they are Talib and Khadija al-Kubra, they are in Makkah. We should never forget them. We have to visit again and again. I have studied the hadith up to 70 Hajj. You know, you do one Hajj, you will get some reward. Up to 70 Hajj, reward has been mentioned. It means one person can do up to 70 Hajj. So Ahlul Bayt, Rasulullah, they are promoting. They are giving us incentive. And the reason is, we should not stay far away from Ahlul Bayt. We have to visit them again and again. We have to show our closeness, our love. When you love something, you want to get something. You go closer to that thing. So inshallah, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given him chance and his family to visit Makkah and Medina, likewise inshallah, after 1 year when you celebrate this day, inshallah, half of your community will go and visit over there. At least, you know, when I was in college, I attended a few meetings, Tabligh Jamad in Pakistan. So at the end, you know, they say different things. At the end, they say, please give your names that you will come and do dawah and tabligh with us. You will visit other places. The minimum is at least come one Thursday. More than that is come 3 days, 10 days, 1 week, 40 days, 6 months, 1 year. And all of them free of charge on their own expenses, they are doing tabligh. But at the end, you know one thing they were saying. If you don't want to come, but at least now do niyat. Because for this good niyat, this good intention, you will get sawab. If you don't want to go, but at least do niyat, inshallah, very soon you will go for Umrah and Hajj. Don't be hopeless. This good intention, you will get sawab. And then inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know, there are 2 things. You will never be loser. One is Ziyarat of Karbala and one is Hajj. Whatever you will spend on Hajj and Ziyarat of Karbala, you will be returned everything back. You will not lose. So don't be scared. You will spend 1,000, 2,000, 10,000. Whatever inshallah you will spend, you will get back. And in your family, in your generation, in your wealth, in your possession, the blessing you will get, you cannot imagine for that. So inshallah, one loud salawat, inshallah you all should be Haji. Why I am emphasizing too much, insisting too much? Because you know that Fatima, somewhere in Medina, she is there. And she is waiting for all of us. Here we have to think about her. Ma adraka ma laylatul qadr. And when we go in Medina, we have to again think about her. Ma adraka ma laylatul qadr. O Zahra. We cannot reach up to your dignity, but at least in your love, we have left our country, we have left our houses, and we are trying to be closer to you. We are trying to follow your footsteps. So that great lady, Fatima Zahra, Salamullah alayha, she gave some dates to Hazrat Salman fasting and told them, you are fasting, and when you break your fast, eat these dates, and the seeds of those dates bring tomorrow for me. Hazrat Salman, he was happy. And wherever the street he was passing on, people were asking, "O Salman, what kind of fragrance you have? ये कौन सी खुशबू है आपके पास?" Hazrat Salman, he knew the secret. From where this fragrance is spreading everywhere. But he kept the secret. And then at night when he broke his fast, he ate these dates. Then first date he was eating, there was no seed. Second, no seed. Third, no seed. Last, no seed. He was thinking, Hazrat Zahra said, bring seeds of these dates for me, and there is no seed. Next day, he went back to Hazrat Zahra and said, Ya Allah, you asked me to bring seed, but there was no seed at all. When this was only few occasions, when after death of Rasulullah, someone observed smile on the face of Zahra, when he said there was no seed at all, उसमें कोई गुठली नहीं थी, then Sayyida smiled and said, Salman, you know, these dates, these hoods brought from paradise, from my tree.